All right, welcome back to the best training channel on YouTube. Today's session, I've got one major focus that I want to do, and that's front squats. We're going to go heavy. We're going to build up close to what a 6 rep max is going to be on a front squat. Pretty much just going to destroy the legs today and give myself a few days off to kind of recover from that before we go into the deload week next week. This is my last heavy session for this first block of this strength cycle, which is the reason why I'm ending off today with some heavy front squats. Next week, we're gonna go into a deload period, kind of give your body some time to recover, rebound, adapt to all the stress that we just gave to it over the last 3 weeks. And then we're gonna start block 2 of this strength cycle where things should be getting more heavier, more intense as we progress towards building to maybe like a 2 to 3 rep max on some of these major lifts, whether that's the back squat, the front squat, maybe a bench press, an overhead press, something along those lines. Today's focus is the front squat. Normally on a day like today, my second kind of major lifting day for the week, I would start off with some snatches and then move into the front squats. Not gonna do the snatches today. I think I've mentioned this before on the channel, but my left shoulder, I've had a slap tear in this shoulder for probably going on 4 years now. Every once in a while, it kind of flares up to the point where I need to give it a few days off and then it kind of gets back to normal. So I don't want to do any kind of overhead work today. I want to give my shoulder a little bit of a break. So I'm taking out the snatches. I probably won't do my overhead press, which means I'm probably just going to be doing front squats, maybe some RDLs. My main focus today is going to be the front squats. So that's what we're gonna get ready to do. If we get to anything else, it's just gonna be a bonus. But like I said, these are gonna probably destroy me enough where I may not need to do anything else today other than the front squats. Knowing that next week's gonna be a deload week, I can give myself some extra like easy work to do throughout next week. So today's video might just be me doing a whole lot of front squats for you guys. With that being said, we're just gonna get straight into it today and get warmed up for the front squats. I have no idea where I'm gonna be at for that top set on that max. So what I'm gonna do is kind of warm up probably somewhere around sets of 4. And then as I get closer to what I think is gonna be like a 1 rep max, I might do like a set of 5, keeping it to the point where I know I've got another rep in the tank, and then give myself 1 to 2 good attempts on like a true 6 rep max on what a front squat will be. So I'm gonna start loading up the weight, start knocking off some warm-ups, and then we'll start building up towards what that top set's gonna be today. So as I'm warming up for the front squats today, one thing I'm gonna do is try to do some smaller jumps at the beginning, get a little bit more volume, add some lighter weights to help warm the legs up. Because normally I'm doing snatches prior to getting into the front squats. I've been doing a lot of volume on that as well. So it's a great way to kind of warm the legs up, get everything firing. But because I'm not doing the snatches today, I'm gonna spend a little bit more time, add some lighter weights, and try to build up slow, and then I'll start making bigger jumps after I do probably an additional like 3 to 4 warm-up sets. So normally I'd go 70, 120. So I'm gonna go 70, probably 100, 110, and then 120. And then after I hit the 120, I'll start making bigger jumps, probably go like 140, 50, 60, or 140, 160, and then figure out where I'm gonna be on that top set today. I think, honestly, I probably am going to be somewhere around that 165 range. So I wanna do enough volume at the beginning to get the legs going, not too much volume where it kind of burns myself out. Part of the reason why, even though I'm doing a 6 rep max, I'm gonna be warming up with sets of 4 because I don't need to continuously do 6s all the way up to that 6 rep max. So my idea is I'm gonna do some 4s, that's some lighter weights. Once I get closer to what I believe is going to be some of my max attempts, I'll start doing 5s, but keep that feeling of like I could do a 6 if I wanted to, and then throw on the weight and go after my 6 rep max and give it 1 to 2 good attempts on that 6 reps there. All right, so legs are feeling good. So what I'm gonna do, go to 140. I'm gonna do a set of 4 at 140. Then I think I'm gonna do a set of 5 at 155. And that should give me a good range on where I think my top set is gonna be today. My personal preference when building up to like higher repetition, max effort sets is I really only want to do 1 to 2 true attempts at that high set. I don't want to be doing 3 to 4 sets of like what I think is going to be a 6 rep max. So I'm not going to go like 160, 165, 170, 175 as I'm building up. I would rather start off like I did, do some volume at some lighter weights, get the blood into the legs, get everything firing. From there, make a little bit bigger jumps as you get closer, and then figure out what your max is going to be at. It doesn't feel light. Let me explain what happened there real quick. First off, anytime I get into the zone where I'm starting doing some lifts, I tend to just completely stop talking, focus on the task at hand. So as I started getting closer to 160, I got this feeling of like just kind of zoning in. I wasn't really talking to the camera a whole lot. I was more focused on just getting the work done on the barbell. So what happened was, as I did my 140, I did 155, I did 165. And then once I did 165, I did my 5 reps. Initially was going to do 6 reps at 165 because I thought that'd be my first attempt. But as I was hitting those 5 reps, I thought, okay, 6 reps is gonna be no problem. I'm gonna hit 5 and I'm gonna jump up to 175. I had the thought in the back of my mind when I did 165, I thought, you know what, 15 kilos isn't going to be too much more. I think I got 180 today. But I wanted to get one good attempt in at that 6 rep max. So I did 175, I hit that. I knew I had 180, took a little bit of a break, loaded up 180, and then hit 180. Probably have a little bit more in the tank for like a true 6 rep max on that. But 180, I'm more than happy with. I know some people, when I did my back squat AMRAP earlier this week, it looked super easy. It wasn't easy at all. Even though the bar moves quick, doesn't mean that it's easy. That's just kind of how I am today. I'm gonna finish up with RDLs. This is gonna be the last thing I do today. 180 is a good way to kind of end what is a heavy week for the session. So RDLs gonna be boring. Y'all don't need to see this. So this is where we are going to end. Next week, being a deload, I'm not sure how much I'm going to get up in terms of uploading the videos. So maybe 1 to 2 next week. I'm kind of just gonna take a week off and do very minimal amount of work, hit a little bit of weight, do a little bit of sprints, and then we're gonna start the second block of this strength cycle after that week, which we're gonna start seeing some more weights, lower repetitions, building towards those repetition maxes that I've got planned at the end of this strength cycle. Other than that, overall, pretty damn good day. But appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.